وبركاته. اليوم وصلنا تقريبا الحلقة العاشر الحين تقريبا، فنبغى نشوف ايش راح يصير معنا من احداث. بس خلونا نضبط كم شغلة وبعدها نبدأ مباشرة. كيف الحال؟ طيبين؟ ايش مسوين؟ السلام يا هلا. معلش بس قاعد اضبط كم شغلة وبنبدأ الحين ان شاء الله. يا هلا سهلا يا هلا. والله ما اخفي تراني ناسي والله، يبغانا نكثر الجلوس عشان اتذكرك زين، بس عاد معليش. تقريبا لامح الايدي بس ما اتذكر ترى زين يعني. السلام يا هلا سهلا يا هلا. يلا خلينا نبدأ. ما اتذكر هذه والله معليش.
Compared to the watch that Rex...
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well...
3 sets and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Okay.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell and the daughters of high society love it.
Okay.
The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh.
Okay.
What was that?
Look like excellent. Really like this one. I guess his final answer is number 3.
That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on
هذا
countless
مسوي غنى
forms.
وهو طفان هذا. كل ما يبي يشتري حاجة زي كذا خلينا احنا نشتريها. طيب.
We can leave that to the authorities.
طيب يقول
Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
اوكي. كنا خلونا.
We finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
وش ذا الشيء؟
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Eugene Terrace. If you ask her...
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
أنا واصل 30 الحين.
Man, why is he gotta be so secretive this time?
أنا الحين واصل 33 ثاني 11 شوي في اللعبة شوي. طيب الحين وين نروح له؟ 500. خلينا نشوف في انتقال قريب منها ولا لا. يب فيه انتقل. اوكي بس لازم نسمح انه يعني وش يقولون او وش صار من احداث وزي كذا، عرفت؟ في لعبة جديدة اسمها ليتل هوب، ايش رايكم؟ هل تبون نشتريها يعني ولا لا؟ او قشتوها او لا؟
All things must change.
يب أنا هذه القصة خرافية بس سعرها مو بعد القصة يعني اللعب كله يمكن حقه يمكن أبو 3 ساعات شيء زي كذا تقريبا 3 ساعات أو إلى 5 ساعات تقريبا.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully.
بنزل عنها بكرة إن شاء الله.
But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander,
so that means these flowers
عشان الشب بس.
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have... Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace.
Okay,
it's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work? Hey, that's rude! And even if it was like that...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
Okay.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Okay. عليكم السلام يا هلا. أيوة.
Where are we? What
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
هذا المكان ذا قد جيناه من قبل بس ما اتذكر. في مهمة قد لعبناه زي كذا.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last left this place?
تفتح. ايوه اوكي بعدين.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? Hyman's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Gillian Cars? Why did she stay in the city?
Disappear!
Okay.
Windblade!
Go, Baron Bunny! No one escapes my sight! Fate is upon you! Keep up with me! Get him!
بعد.
Disappear!
يا ولد فوق كذا خلاص. ايوه
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too.
بعد.
Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
طيب وبعدين
Let me see. How did this opening work again? Oh dear. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
والله اللود يقعد سنتين. شوف في كاتسين. اوكي.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Hyman kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, catch the murderer at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
نحلل هذه. اوكي الحين من نروح له. قريب 100.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
I'll race you there.
Okay.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
في أحد منكم ختم القصة حق جينشين امباكت؟
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
اوكي الحين وين؟ او مو بريس كويس المسافة ما كبير من المكان الثاني. ذولي اوكي.
Sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been...
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else. But there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the animal archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House. Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing.
بعد كم يعني؟
Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once...
The compliments of a learned man
Well then, Granny Shan. I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhang Li do the
ليه أنا سمعت
bargaining, if you know what I
إنه
mean.
كم شخصية قوية صراحة.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Okay.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Eh? That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Nah, never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
15 ب50,000 عشان بس يسوي المهمة ذي.
A most fair price.
أبعطي 7,000.
Let's see. No, go higher, or I'm not doing this.
حبيبي. طيب 10,000 زين.
Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
سهلات عادي. هذا
Help? Sure. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip.
والله
How does
20,000
that
ليش؟
sound?
Done.
عشرين ألف وين؟ 10,000.
Oh, come on. That's too little.
خلاص 12,000 حنا زدنا خلاص.
No, no. How about a bit more? This amount isn't worth going out of the way to make only one trip.
15 خلاص.
Let me think. Deal. This price is reasonable. I'll hop right to it.
باقي آخر واحد. لا لا بس مجانية، ليش تشتريها مجانية؟
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems
25,000 ليش؟ 17.
This is too little.
19.
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
طيب الحين وين؟
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming!
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
اوكي 260. خلينا نشوف تربوت. اوكي ندخل هنا. والله المسافة. المفروض كذا صرنا خلاص.
The reception is deserted. And it seems kind of spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
طيب الحين يا حليلها.
Oh, there you are.
والله يا هي مرة صغيرة. طيب
Reach the counter. Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
والله zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the Coco Goat.
The Coco Goat is a legendary animal. And
did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the Coco Goat is a legendary animal. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a Coco Goat?
طيب كم المسافة؟ 200 يمدينا ناخذها. يا ايوه انا مركز مع القصة ما يستحب عليكم معليش. والله شوف كل الحلوات صراحة توف وذي كلهم كويسة. ايوه ينقسم هذا. اوكي طيب انستبشن ايش قصده هذا؟ نجمع هذا القطعة ذيك اللي تاخذها عشان تحطوه فيها البوت نفسه، فأنا موزع كثير في الماب.
But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Oh, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do?
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand. That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes.
والله ناوي إن شاء الله ناوي أجمعها.
Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
طيب
Where is that supply post? Here, post.
طيب شو يقول؟ في وين البوست؟ ايوه طيب شلون نخش جوا؟ اوكي هنا. طيب قبل نحط شخصية نتكسر عشان ذي.
Here, let me help you. Oh, how exciting!
اكتب حسابك وبيطلع لك اي دي وضفني عادي. طيب قبل اتسلق. طيب كده صلح. اوكي يلا.
These parts look useful.
الحين 33 ونص تقريبا.
One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
طيب.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure corners. This area is supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it? The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces, and that's if you get out of this alive!
Tut, tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior. It is not we who need reprimanding, but you.
السلام يا هلا.
Shadows of fate, written in the stars.
You're in for a little shock.
I messed up.
Shadows of fate.
A hunter. Another test subject.
Shadows of fate. Destiny cannot be denied.
ضربة حظ سوت كذا. كم دي؟ يا كم دي صح.
Another test.
Disappear!
Try! Have a little taste! That tingle?
You've been a naughty boy.
Okay.
Another test subject.
Let's fuck things up a little.
Pick the wrong test subject. That tingle?
Wind blade.
There you am.
Disappear.
That's hot.
Picked the wrong
Yeah, لا صب حقه مكي.
That tingle?
وين ذا؟ ايوه.
Picked the wrong test subject.
يا ابني اطلع. ايوه. وين ذا الاخير ذا؟ احسن ذا. ايوه. المشكلة في النهاية بطلع فوق خلاص. اوكي فوق دوري وشو اطلع فوق. اضرب يا ابني. ايوه.
Catch up. Has a good night shift.
My hammer.
ايوه. يا ابني فك.
You're open. You're open. You're open. Dodge this. You're open. Get out of here. You're open.
هي اسلوب القصة حقتهم خايسة تجيب الهم.
Get out of here.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
اوكي.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is
خدام
not worth
مستغرب
the
فيك
time.
يجوك تدفعوا كذا ما
We should
يدفع.
focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
ليش ما ادري.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong ballista working, but where's our Coca goat?
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means... Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
طيب كيف تبعد هذه؟ 200. روح يا عابي يلا. اوكي دايم. طيب كلمة كتكوتة هذه.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adaptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. Here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and... So how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering...
No.
قصة طويلة تطفش.
Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
The snake is speaking!
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escape.
Don't mind Chung-Sheng. She's a good girl, really.
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last. Things are finally starting to come together.
3 million more. Top quality. Guaranteed.
3 مليون وين؟
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking...
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much more. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
Coco goat. Coco goat. My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot...
Hey! Less laughter, more sympathy!
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, Child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 Mora.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million!
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
That lot is an absolute riot. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liu saying goes, the...
طيب اشوف فكرة حلوة. احنا نوقف هنا. يعطيكم العافية المتابعة. اللي ما اشترك فرصة تنبيه. ان شاء الله في الحلقة 11 بكرة ان شاء الله نكمل. نخلي كل حلقة ساعة كويسة عشان ما تقولوا لانها قصة، فالقصة مزعجة شوي حبتين وزي كذا. لو انها قتال او شيء ثاني كان سهلة، لكن القصة تكون متعبة شوي. فنشوف ان شاء الله بكرة. ان شاء الله نحاول ننسق وقت كويس يعني خلال العصر. بحط لكم اوقات في المنتدى، وانتم نقوا الوقت اللي يناسبكم، او اكتبوا لي في التعليقات تحت حق المقطع هذا مثل الوقت اللي يناسبكم نسوي فيه بث للعبة نفسها اللي هي جينشين امباكت. اوكي، يا سلام.